My camera's messing up on me because it's so cold. It doesn't want to work. I'm gonna pull the battery here. My camera, something's wrong with this thing right now. This is not good timing. Come on. Welcome to Michigan, where the lakes are great and Mother Nature can never make up her mind. For the past 10 years, I've traveled all over this state searching for the perfect photo, and yet there is still so much I haven't seen. My goal is to find these locations and give a behind-the-scenes look of what it truly takes to get the shot. This is Make It Count. This is gonna be one hell of a time. If you want to get something unique and original, then this is what it's gonna take. No idea what I'm getting myself into. It's gonna be a fun time. So this is day one of filming for Make It Count. Make It Count is simply going to be a way that I can show you the complete raw look into what it takes to get a single photograph. We're gonna see how it goes. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be entertaining. We might get some good shots, we might not. It's all about finding those unique perspectives because I know not everybody is surrounded by mountains and rolling hills and beautiful scenery. Some are not that lucky. So throughout this series, I'm going to use a combination of different tools such as Google Maps, the Weather Channel, and a few others throughout this entire series. So you're going to see all those tools that I use just so that you guys can go and use them too. But right now we're going to actually use Google Maps and try and find a spot to go and shoot. 95% of the shots that I end up finding are from Google Maps. When I do find a spot that I'm sort of interested in, I'll mark it and I'll copy and paste the address into like a Word document and I'll revisit it later. But if something sticks out to me that I really like, then usually I'll pick that to shoot first. Now, a few things that I look for when trying to find a new spot are bridges, rivers, railroad tracks, docks, cool looking roads. All that stuff you can find on Google Maps. You just have to be willing to dig in a little deeper. We're surrounded by just miles and miles of farmland, so trying to find a good shot is going to be rather difficult. Now, the number one rule when trying to find a new location is stay out of private property. If you're on Google Maps and you find something that's really cool, but it's in somebody's backyard, don't go and sneak into their yard and take the photo, okay? If you love it that much, maybe just go knock on their door and ask if you can shoot that cool tree that they have in their yard or something like that. And if they say no, then respect them. So I think I found our location for this shoot. Just north of me, there's a small town known as Deckerville, and just a little bit north of that, there is a giant windmill farm that stretches for miles and miles and miles. And if you've ever been up close to a windmill, they're absolutely huge. They tower right over you and they make some pretty cool subjects for photos. So now that we've found the location, we're gonna copy the address and we're gonna paste it into our Word document. And then the next step is just to start planning. So right now we're just gonna check the Weather Channel and see what the weather is looking like. Looks like tomorrow, Sunday, February 2nd, looks pretty good. I'm thinking I'm gonna wanna go for a more darker photo, so a cloudy day would be the best. And tomorrow it actually looks like it's gonna snow from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. with a 65% chance of precipitation, 11 mile per hour winds, and a high of 34 degrees. So it's looking like tomorrow morning is gonna be the time to do this. The next step is gonna be to charge the camera batteries and get ready for the morning. Now, the lenses that I'm planning on taking on the shoot is the Laowa 9mm f2.8 lens. This is a really wide lens. I'm bringing the Sony G Master 18-105, which is a good all-around run and gun lens. Now, the other lens that I'm bringing is this really old antique lens. It's a 200mm with a Sony E-mount adapter on it. This lens is surprisingly really good. The compression is really nice, and I think I have a little bit of an idea on the shot that I want to get, and I'm gonna need to use this lens. Other than that, all we have to do is pack our bag and get ready for tomorrow morning. All right, it's time to go. So the first thing that we need to do is get some gas. Because I'm on E right now, we won't make it. This place is about 45 minutes away, so we have a little bit of a drive, but hey, hopefully we get some bangers today. I'm excited. That guy's cool. So we got our gas. Now it's time to head to the spot. A few ideas for the photo that I want to get.
Turn right onto South Laurie Road, Old M51.
Can you shut up, Siri? I'm trying to speak. Man, Siri's always interrupting, you know? She doesn't want me to talk to you guys. Anyways, as I was saying, I have a few ideas for the photo that I want to get. Since the wind turbines are really, really big, I think I want to try and do something that will like emphasize the size of it. I'm thinking the best way to shoot this is to use me for like a sense of scale so you can see how like really massive these wind turbines are. I don't know exactly how that's gonna look, but that's probably the main thing that I'm gonna try. Realistically, I have no idea what I'm doing. My biggest tip for you guys is to just go out and shoot a bunch of photos, as many as possible. Whether you think that it's a good shot or not, just shoot the photo and then go home, edit it, you know, and see what you can do. I mean, the only reason I know what I'm doing is because I've shot thousands and thousands of photos. A lot of people don't understand that. This is a trial and error game. You can't just go and sit in a classroom and listen to somebody tell you how to use your camera and expect to be able to be a good photographer. It comes with a lot of practice and a lot of shooting, so the best thing to do is just go out and shoot. Now, the good thing about this shoot is that we don't have to worry about time. We're not worried about the sun setting or the sun rising. I mean, it's a cloudy day, so the light isn't really changing too much. It is 3:09 and the sun sets at like 5:30, so we have plenty of time to work with. I see them. There they are. I'm not gonna lie, these things are a lot bigger than what I remember. Freaking massive, man. First thing I do when I get to a shoot is I just look around with my camera and see what my options are. So like I was saying in the car, I think the best way to do this shot is to actually use me as a sense of scale to kind of give you an idea on how big these things really are. The only thing is I don't think I'm actually allowed to go right up against it. To be safe, we're just gonna hang back here anyways. I think I can get the shot that I want to get anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Let's get to work, baby. So I'm thinking for this first shot, we're gonna use my ultra wide lens and get a nice upward wide angle view of these towers, and I'm gonna stand in front of them. I don't know if the wide angle is gonna work best because, like I said, this is a really, really wide lens, but we're gonna try it anyways. I'm thinking I'm gonna stand just right off to the side of this thing. Now, the shot that I'm taking right now is what I call a hero shot, using a really wide lens. You don't necessarily have to use a wide lens, but most of the time it's an upward angle pointing towards your subject, and it makes your foreground look really grand and a lot bigger than what it actually is. That's why I call it the hero shot. My shutter speed is set to 1/500th of a second. I have my aperture at f5.6. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is, since I am gonna go and stand in front of it, I don't necessarily wanna just continue setting timers. So I'm gonna use my time-lapse app that's actually built into my camera. We're gonna start it right now. All right, here we go. Just do a shot of me walking towards it, walking away from it. That's looking pretty good. I'm liking that shot, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. We're gonna experiment a little bit more and see what we can get. The hardest part about coming to a shoot is just being like super overwhelmed when it comes to shooting. You kind of just forget about all your plans and your original thoughts just because you're just kind of in the moment. So it's hard to focus, especially when we're doing a show right now. So I'm essentially recording this entire thing and I'm the one shooting the photos. So it's pretty difficult to still stay in the right mind. I have like an image in my head on what I want to do, but I can't execute it. I gotta get a shot here though, because I'm freezing my butt off. I think what I might end up doing is setting up a shot where I go and stand up on top of my car and I look up at the wind turbines. That could be a cool shot. I think I might want to use the long lens for this one though. The thing about using a long lens instead of a wide lens is it actually allows you to compress the photo, so anything that's further away from your foreground is gonna appear a lot larger than what it actually is. And that's kind of the goal. I want these wind turbines to look huge. So, I mean, they are huge, but I want them to look bigger. I have like tears coming down my face and they're like freezing. It feels great. I want to be low enough to have an upward view of the wind turbine, so we're gonna need to get really low for this one. You know, I don't know why I didn't think about just bringing gloves. All right, this is where my athletic abilities are gonna come into play. I have like 1 shot per second, which makes up to be about 1 full minute. So I have a full minute to get up on top of the truck and nail the shot. We're just gonna go for it. Hopefully I don't fall or break my car. All right, in 3, 2, 1. I don't know if coming up here is the best idea. Oh, God. I got dirt all over me. Pose for the camera. I have like glass skylights. Really trying not to crack those. Dance a little bit. I need to get down and not hurt myself. That's what we do for the photo, baby. So I know that I said that I wasn't gonna use the wide angle lens for this. I'm deciding to give it a shot anyways. I just think it might be a little too wide, but we're gonna try it anyways. I might be wrong. We're gonna come much closer for this one, and we're gonna actually raise the camera a lot, mainly because the wide angle lens does have a lot of distortion on it. So we don't want things to look really wonky since we are so close to the car. My camera's messing up on me because it's so cold. It doesn't wanna work. I'm gonna pull the battery here. My camera, something's wrong with this thing right now. This is not good timing. There we go. All right, she's ready to go now. I think the other idea that I have is to actually add a little bit of color to this. I do have this yellow raincoat that I got. It's a little cliche. You see it all the time in Pacific Northwest photos, but we might, we're gonna give it a try and see what it looks like. That might look cool. I don't know. We're gonna try it. Like I said, guys, experimentation, right? So I think we got our shot set up and we're gonna run for it right now. Once again, 1 full minute in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna start this baby up because I'm freezing my butt off right now. So we finished up shooting. Now we're gonna take a look at what we got here. All right, so I just imported all the photos into my computer. Now let's take a closer look here. This is honestly the best part, when I get to open up the laptop and see all the photos I just took. They all look pretty good so far. I wanna see this photo with you wearing the rain jacket. Now that is exactly what I was looking for. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit nervous to try this. My camera's like $1,500 and I'm about to dangle it over the edge of a cliff. Over the edge of a bridge, I mean, pretty much a cliff. Might as well be a cliff.